guys, my name is Sydney Award and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're clicking this video for the first time, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you share this video with your friends and anybody you feel is going to benefit from it. And then finally, hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the new videos that I'm going to be uploading. Guys, thank you so very much for the support that you've given me so far. My first video, I didn't know that you guys were going to watch it and receive it with all positivity and love. I just want to give you guys a little recap from my last video and let's see how it goes. In my previous video, I spoke about my step-by-step nursing journey to the UK. And I promised you guys that in my next video, which is this, I was going to talk about my experiences so far. I forgot to mention about challenges, but I tend to believe that these two go along very well together. And I'm going to incorporate the challenges as I share with you my experiences. So what I want you guys to do is brace yourselves very well for the journey is about to begin. Make sure you are glued to this to the end. When I landed in Heathrow Airport, the first thing that I noticed was color. I'm not bringing in color, in an attempt to talk about racism or no. I want to speak about color in the most positive way possible, and that is, it hit me so hard that I was no longer in Kenya, and the earlier I got used to seeing the white people around me, the better it was going to be for me for the rest of this journey. To be honest, I'm going to admit that it felt so uncomfortable, and I didn't know how I was going to walk through this journey, but the moment I landed, the first thing I did was give thanks to God, and I was just so very happy. And I left the rest of the journey in God's hands. I did arrive during a very, very bad time because Kenya by then was under the red list countries of the UK. And with that, the first thing was for me to quarantine first in London before going to Blackburn. That is where I was going to work, and this is where I'm still working. Nothing has changed. So I live and stay in Blackburn, and I work in Blackburn. And I had a working schedule already that the employer had prepared. So coming to Blackburn, they had to settle us in the staff residence like I spoke about. And from there, they gave us time, to rest and to pick up from where we left. After settling into the staff residence, the next step was to start our OSCE training. And so we were located hospital staff residence at Blackburn, and our training was to be held in Burnley. So Burnley and Blackburn are a part of this trust. It's a very big trust with 6 hospitals under it, and so the trust has a bus that transports their staff to and fro from the various hospitals. The first thing we had to do was actually to learn the bus schedule, especially the movement from Blackburn to Burnley. I thank God so very much that we came in as a group because that made my work very easy. Remember, guys, that this is a new country with its new rules, and you need to figure everything out by yourself. You don't have an idea of how anything works. Just imagine. So, because we came in as a group, we would gather together like, how the flock of sheep does. And I think that was very nice because with that we really unlocked so many puzzles, and we knew how so many things worked. We visited so many places, and at least, from there, even if everybody was now to go their different routes, people would have learned something to carry with them. Oh, another beautiful thing I came to learn, something of interest, was the buses. So after we figured out where to catch our buses and having learned about the bus schedules, I used to wonder, like, how does the driver just stop here and people walk out and, again, continue with the journey, again, stops, people walk out until you get to the hospital, Bali. I didn't really know, because it is something different with all the buses. Like, you just don't go shouting like, oh, stop, I need to get out of the bus, or something like, what the touts do, hang around and drop you, just off the road, and the bus goes. It's very different. The buses here, and I thank God that I started with the hospital bus. The bus system in this place operates in a very organized way. So the stopping buttons are located next to each passenger seat, and that makes it very easy for the passenger if they want to come off the bus. I must say that really was a learning step for me. And when it came to transitioning to public transportation, it was very easy for me to maneuver around. The only thing that, again, you need to learn is your bus stops, because, again, I'm gonna tell you this in black and white, that the drivers here are not gonna be stopping randomly at any place the way they do back at home. They only have to stop when it's a bus stop. And so you must learn where you're gonna stop next, so that you don't go to the next bus stop, which might be far away from the place that you're going to. So that has been a very good learning experience when it came to transportation. Just before I close the transport chapter, I want to advise the nurses that are coming into the country, to try and get houses located along the bus routes, because this is going to help you with your transportation system, especially when it comes to your work. Okay, so let's talk about something else. Food. This place here has a variety of food stuff, because the UK harbors so many, different cultures, and you only need to locate, the various stores where you're gonna be able to get your food products. They have African stores, they have Asian stores, they have, the general stores where you can shop everything you want. I've not located any African store so far, but I did locate an Asian store that still has things that would benefit me. They have maize flour, they have some seeds, they do have a couple of things that I'm used to, that I've been seeing back at home. And then the major stores now where you go shopping, the supermarkets, you also have so many things that you're familiar with. So to be honest, food stuff here is in plenty, and you just choose what you're used to. If you want to try new stuff, again, nobody's stopping you from trying. Okay, so I want to speak about challenges, and the first challenge that I want to talk about, guys, is getting a house to live in the UK. Oh, getting a house to live in here is not like back at home. I spent so much time looking for a house, and to be honest, this here was like my most difficult challenge that I had to endure, compared to other challenges that I've ever faced so far. I started looking for a house in the second month staying in staff residence, because I told you in my previous video that I had 3 months accommodation in staff residence. I didn't want to get myself into trouble when it came to that time for me to evict the staff residence. So the process of getting a house, guys, you go into the internet, look for houses to rent, get a suitable house that you think is going to suit you depending on the location, and you must put into consideration and account, the distance between the place you're going to be living in with where you're going to be working, and then you also have to check the bus routes, what I just advised earlier on. And so when I was trying to look for the houses depending on what I wanted, I got a couple of them, and then you book for a house viewing, and then the house viewing is not like it's guaranteed. It's not. So if the owner of the house, the landlord, decides to book you for a viewing, then great. So I got a couple of viewings. You'd go for the viewing, and then you'd actually come from that place and let the landlord know that you're interested in the house, which is the next process. And then the landlord will see if they want to give you the house because again, you're not the only person who will view the house. So the process went on and on with different houses, and it came to a point that I felt like I don't think I'm gonna make it. It is very hard. I've viewed more than 10 houses, and none is fruitful. And my time is almost coming to an end. I felt like I need to go back home. This is not working. It was very difficult. President, after an unfruitful day of searching for a house, and I would lock myself in the room and cry. I mean, nothing was working, and my time was running out. I used to get very stressed, and at some point I thought maybe this was just not it. So a couple of times I'll remind myself that you're meant for this. You're very strong, and you made it from home. So I don't think this is the time to give up. So I'll get up, go back to the internet, even in the middle of the night. Look for houses that have been posted, book again, try viewings, fail. Until then, I got a house when I was almost like 2 weeks. I got a house that the landlord gave me. It was a very beautiful house, but now I'll just go for any houses now, not caring about the distance and all that, because when I decided to shorten them to what I needed, it looks like it wasn't working. So I decided to get out of my comfort zone and even go for the long distance houses. So I got a house that was quite far from my working place. I went and checked it, and the landlord gave me the house. So at least I had something to hold on to, but I was still looking for another house that was closer to my working place. So I got another one, went for viewing, and unfortunately that didn't work. So that guy told me, because I told the agent like, I'm really looking for a house. I've not found one yet. I knew I had one, but I was trying to reason out with him. I haven't found one yet, and I'm almost leaving the staff residence, and I work in the hospital. And when he heard that, he told me there's a house just next to the hospital that is vacant. I don't know if you're interested in that. Have you applied for it? Or I said, yeah, I did apply for a house that was next to the hospital. But one of the agents told me like, if I'm not gonna be available to view this house on this specific time, then that's the only thing that every viewer is gonna be shown the house. So the guy told me that he's gonna be the same person who's gonna be showing people around, and he asked when I was gonna be available, and I told him according to my working schedule, and he let me come in. And so he told me if I'm very sure that I need the house, he's gonna give me the house. And that's how I got where I stay in now. The UK harbors so many people, and it's people with different cultures. So it's not like home where you just go making friends. It's not done like that here. It's very difficult. And The only friends I had, before my family joined, actually were my friends that I came in with, that group that I was talking about. And sometimes when they go to work, you'd find yourself alone because you have an off duty. And, that boredom that hits you very hard, and emotionally you feel drained. It wasn't really easy. It hasn't been very easy as people think. Like now you're in the UK, so you're living a very soft life. It has not been that very easy. And even now, it even became worse now when I moved to my place, because everybody now moved to different places that they'd found. So communication was now by the phone, and the boredom hits you very deeply now. Anyway, I managed, I came through it, and I was able to bring my family along, and they're now here. So at least I've got people to talk to when I come from duty. It's very difficult here to make friends because, just like I said, this place has so many different cultures living together, and you don't know how, another culture operates from another culture, and it really makes it very difficult to mingle. It's not like home where you can go to your neighbors, knock their doors, start up a conversation. It's very different. Then the neighbors, you think like, oh, okay, I have neighbors, so I have some people to talk to. You don't even see, you don't even know your neighbors. You don't know when they come in into their houses, when they get out. It's it's a crazy type of life, because I was trying to ask myself, what if something is happening to your neighbor? I mean, how would you know? Because you guys don't even talk. Sometimes you'd even wish like you wanna say like hi to everybody you meet along the road, and it's not something. It's not like home. Another challenge that I wanted to share with you guys is my challenge in the work area, but that's gonna take a whole lot of time, and it's gonna just be another topic on its own. I want to say that I've had a very smooth sailing. Mm. I've had a very smooth sailing so far, and I want to thank God so very much that I trusted Him to guide me and lead me through this process, and He's been doing that. He's been doing that, and until now, it's still the Lord. It is the Lord. And, it's still a new place, although I now know a bit of my way around. I still want to say that I've left it. I've still left the journey in the hands of God to guide us and show us the way, because this is not my country. It is not my country, and I don't know what's going to be coming next. I don't know the big challenges that are up next for me to tackle, and so far it has been very smooth. And again, I still want to encourage you people back at home. Please, please, please. The opportunity is still there. Why don't you grab it? Come and join us. We have so much space left for you people. It's still waiting for you. Let nobody discourage you and tell you like, oh, no, you cannot make it. This place, it's not full. This place is still for you guys back at home. And I'm making this video. Nobody is paying me. I am making it because I want you guys to watch the experiences that we who are here are already facing, and learn from them, so that when you come in here, you're already equipped with one or two knowledge, and you know how to move around, because you're not going to be lucky the way I was. You might not come in with a group, you might come in alone. And it's very important to research and know so much about a place you're going to, because the UK is very big. You might not be brought into England, you might be taken to Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland. You must know all the places you're going to. So, until we meet again in the next video, I just want to cut it short here and say bye. make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.